Most of Missouri became aware of the conflict between graduate students and the university in August, when grad students protested the school taking away their health insurance. But the conflict didn't start there, and it wasn't just about health insurance. A few years ago, graduate students at the university had more housing, access to on-campus childcare, and fewer fees than they do now. But in February of 2014, University Village was demolished, and no new graduate student housing was created. With it, on-campus daycare for graduate students was cut. Then last June, the university announced that graduate students with quarter-time assistantships, so ones that work 10 hours a week instead of 20, wouldn't get full tuition waivers anymore. They would pay 50% of their tuition, which could amount to more than half of their paycheck. Then, on August 14th, the university revoked healthcare for graduate students. The students got this news in an email and were given only 12 hours of notice. The cost of health insurance on the university plan is a little more than $3,000 a year. Some graduate students make as little as $6,000 per year, so healthcare would be a big chunk of their paycheck. So, the graduate students protested. And their protest brought results. Healthcare was reinstated by former Chancellor Lofton within a week, and the universities promised healthcare for the next school year and pay raises in the coming years. However, there are no guarantees beyond that, so some students took things into their own hands. The Forum on Graduate Rights was formed. It's a grassroots organization that wants better conditions for graduate students. One of its committees wanted to form a labor union. That committee became the Coalition of Graduate Workers, and that's where the next conflict between grad students and the university began. The coalition wants to create a contract with the university that explains in writing what compensations, work conditions, and benefits graduate students will have, so there won't be any more surprises like last August. But before they can even think about entering contract negotiations, they have to go through the legal process of becoming a labor union. Now, normally when a union is formed, petitions are collected from the group and an election is held, where the group votes on whether or not they want to be represented by the union. But when the Coalition of Graduate Workers approached the university to begin with this process, the school said it wasn't sure graduate students were employees, who have the constitutional right to organize, or students who don't. The coalition and the university will have to go before a judge to see if they're allowed to organize. If the judge says yes, then the coalition still has to be officially elected, and then they can enter into contract negotiations. Either way, the process will last months or years, and until then, tension between grad students and the university may stick around.